Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of Hooptober that I was very excited about, because this is one of my favorite movies of the month. I just want to preface this by saying that this movie has the greatest transition scene in any movie ever, and if that doesn't already tell you what it is, it's American Werewolf in London.
Yes.
And this movie is a blast. We are your average film enjoyers, Jagger and Trey. Trey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing absolutely swell, and I am excited to talk about what is slowly becoming one of my new favorite horror films.
Yes, and also, I was trying to get Owen on today, and to quickly let you guys in on how good this movie is. If you don't know who Owen is, he's that guy that gives every single movie half a star on Letterboxd. And this is one of the only movies he has at 5 stars. So that's just like a quick, this is how good it is. And it really is that good. I don't know if Jerry is.
One of 2 movies he has at 5 stars.
One of 2. The other one is a Gus Van Sant movie that everyone I ask has not heard of it. But it's got Matt Damon in it, so it's probably kind of good. This movie is great, though. Absolutely spectacular. And again, like I said, that transition scene is so cool.
Yeah.
Man, my God, is it good.
I
I'd like to hear, what were your opening thoughts with this one?
I had an absolutely grand time with this film. I don't know. It just had this there's scenes that are very horrifying, but somehow into these scenes, and John Landis, it doesn't surprise me that he's able to do this, because John Landis is also known for directing such films as The Blues Brothers, which is another adapted from a Saturday Night Live script movie. Which, when I mentioned that the other episode, Jagger, that Wayne's World is the best one, I forgot to tell you, Night at the Roxbury is another one that was adapted from an SNL sketch.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
He also did Coming to America, Trading Places, Animal House, Three Amigos. He is just, he's made a lot of really funny movies. And so in these horrifying sequences, you're able to feel this a little bit of levity and lightness and charmingness to it, and he's able to insert little jokes here and there to make it not as horrifying, which I found super enjoyable. When David comes back, he comes back from his first night as a werewolf, and he doesn't realize that he was just a werewolf, and so he's like, man, I'm just feeling really good, and he walks into the nurse's apartment, and he looks at her and goes, good morning. I don't know why, but the delivery was so on point, and I laughed so hard. And yeah, I think David Naughton did an outstanding job, who he's the lead. I think Jenny Agutter, who plays the nurse, also did an outstanding job. I just think it was a great all-around film that I had a overly good time with.
I totally agree, and I was looking into John Landis' filmography with things like Trading Places, Coming to America, The Blues Brothers, Animal House, Three Amigos.
Yeah.
He directed the Thriller music video. So he's obviously a good director, but one thing that sticks out is the Twilight Zone movie, which is a movie with a lot of controversy behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a crazy movie to be attached to. Because this was a pretty prestigious making of a movie. It's Steven Spielberg, Joe Dante, and George Miller, who are all incredible directors. And being attached to that movie must have been a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So must be a pretty great director, and this movie is again obviously a huge display of that. So yes, is American Werewolf in London debatedly a masterpiece? I'd say yes. I mean, this movie does so many things right and so few things wrong
Yeah.
that I would say, is this maybe one of the better movies on our Hooptober list? I'd say yes.
I think so.
And yeah, so funny, while also being extremely like disturbing.
Yeah.
And I think it is a great time that every single person.
Yeah, and I also think this is a great one that the family could watch too. Like, this is a fun, like, that might just be me, but I think this would be super fun to watch with my parents and my sister.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything bad in this. I think that this could probably be a family watch. Or wait,
There is some cursing, and that scene where Jack comes back and he's all mangled up. It's the first time he comes back. It's kind of creepy, but that's about it.
yeah, I think that's about it. I think that this could totally be a family watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an absolutely swell time with this film.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add about An American Werewolf in London?
No, I think the word masterpiece sums it up just enough.
I agree. Well, again, thank you for joining us today. And I'm now realizing I'm taking out Jagger's leading this episode. Jagger, why don't you send us off? I need to stop doing that.
Thank you so much for listening, watching, whatever you're doing. And if you were a fan of American Werewolf in London, check out our American Werewolf in London merch that is available right now, and our other high-quality merch. So thank you all so much for listening, watching, or however you're taking this in, and we'll see you next time.